Hello, thank you for joining RasPipKr tutorials. I'm Martin Parker, and in this quick Python tutorial I'm going to talk to you about strings and string manipulation. On my last video I touched on the method split, and I'm just going to go into some other things that you can do with strings. So I'm going to create a string, and I'm going to set it to the variable a, and I'm going to put in that string, hello, my name is Martin, because it is, and I'm going to ask a question, how are you, with a question mark. So if I call a, it's now returned that. Just like my last video, I did the a.split, so I can return that with no white space or spaces. And it's all into a list, so I can set that as a variable if I wish. So a.split, and I can play around with or return b, and it's come back as that. I've still got my a is still exactly the same as I first initially set it. There is other methods that you can use. If I do the directory of a, it will return what you can actually do with a. Well, the variable, the string. I can a.title, and it will capitalize each word that's in there. I can do a.lower, so it will change it to lowercase. I can do a.upper, and everything is now uppercase. I can do a.find, and I can look for a particular letter or a word, and it's come back with the index starting position. Now if I show you here, you've got, it starts at position 0 and it goes up, and the M is the starting position of the word. It doesn't matter if it's a series of words, it's always going to be the starting position. So M is that starter. And if I call A17, looking at that string, it's going to return that letter as the capital M. Now with strings you can actually do what's called splice. So if I do a and I want to pull out my name, so if I scroll up with my mouse, you've got the characters starting from 0, just like I've previously said. So 17 is the M, 18 is the A, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 is the full stop. And how I want to get my a, I'm going to store it as me as a variable. Okay, so I've now got the a starting position, use the colon, and if I put 23 and then the closing square bracket, me is now set to Martin, because I've pulled that out of that string. I can actually do like you do in the range when you are doing say a for loop. You can have your end number, and you can do the step changes. So if I want to call a, but I'm going to go through from the start to the finish, so there's 2 colons in there, but if I want every other letter, it will return, so it's skipping out the odd numbers in the index. So you've got 0, 2, 4, 6, etc. Okay, so that's how you can splice a string. You can ask if a starts with, and we can ask if it starts with a certain letter or a word, and it will return as a Boolean, so it's either true or false, and because the first word in the string of a is hello, it's returned as true. And you can do an a.ends with, and if you put in the last word is you with a question mark, if I put you on its own, it's going to return as false because it has the question mark, and if I try it now, it's come back as true. So what you could do is, if you are working with data or you're working with files, if I bring up my previous video tutorial, the file is in the home directory Pi, and it's called tutorial.py. If I want to set a variable called file, so I can put home Pi, it's called tutorial.py. Okay, so I've set the file's location of what I want it to be. I'm not actually checking against it, but using that string of file, I can ask if it ends with. So I can check if it is actually a Python file. Whoops, I missed the stop. And there we go. And if I want to check if it is a Python file, it's come back as true because it ends with .py. What I was gonna do? A.replace. If I want to change my name, A.replace. Well, if I want to change the capital M in my name, let's change it to a P. Okay, so whoops. I didn't put in what I wanted to replace it with. This time we'll do it correct. That is how you would do it. My mistake. So basically, you are putting a.replace, and then in your parentheses, your brackets, you put in what you want to actually change, the letter, and then change it what you want it to change to. So it's going to be, hello, my name is Martin, how are you? And just like there, you can actually change the whole word. There you go, change my name to Peter. Hello, my name is Peter, how are you? So that is some ways that you can do some string manipulation when you set a string of text in your coding. You can set it to variables like I have done here, and play around with things and check if things start with or ends with or whichever. But when you use the directory of A, what you can do function wise, it's brilliant because you can find out all the information in there. So there you go. So that's a bit of string manipulation for you. Please like, share and subscribe if you can. If you have any questions or anything, please comment below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.